Yeah.
And here it is in the main.
A really exciting line of play for Joseph Anderson is turn 1 Vault Scourge, turn 2 Sphere of the Suns, turn 3 Tezzeret, 5/5 lifelink.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, so that's close to his nut draw, I'd imagine. 5/5 Solemn is not too bad either.
You know, I think Anthony Vaughan's going to win, but I am going to root for Joseph Anderson.
Yeah.
I am not a journalist here. I am a commentator. I've got opinions. I want Joseph to win.
You can be biased.
Yeah, I'm going to be biased.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to take the Wolfrun deck.
Well, I think the Wolfrun deck is going to win. I just want Joseph to win. And Anthony playing green-red here. Green-red Wolfrun.
Yep. 2 Devil's Play, 3 Slag Storms, so a good amount of red burn, of course, with the 4 Gal Blast.
From the sideboard, one really awesome card that Anthony has that I love is Karn Liberated.
Ooh.
And I expect, actually, if he gets a chance to see Joseph's deck play out, he's going to bring in his Naturalizes. But I wouldn't be surprised by a Karn coming in.
No, nor me. I mean, a traditional black-blue-green deck, those are usually pretty slow, and that's when Karn shines, of course.
And we have the opening that you talked about, Vault Scourge. Will he continue onwards with the Sphere of the Suns? Tax for 1.
Recouping one of the legs.
Are you Nostradamus here, Zach Hall?
I hope so. It would be pretty cool. That's for sure.
Sphere of the Suns?
Oh, here it is. Oh, just a
Ratchet Bomb. Not particularly good against Joseph Anderson.
Yeah, that's going to be at its worst here. He can ramp up to 6 to kill a Titan, I suppose. Or 4 to kill a Thrun, but...
Or 2 to kill Sphere of the Suns from his opponent.
Yep. So Anthony casting Rampant Growth. He's going to go search up a land. Continuing his acceleration.
Solemn Simulacrum is going to be very good in this matchup as well. I mean, just so many cards he has actually are very active in how this matchup is going to work out.
Definitely. What do you think about Garruk Relentless from Joseph?
I think it's a great card. I'm not sure if it's going to do very much in this matchup, though. It's the problem is that making 2/2s is going to be underwhelming very quickly, and the Garruk's ability to fight a creature, I don't think is actually going to be very relevant against the big creatures that Anthony Vaughan has. He doesn't have a Bird of Paradise to hit.
No, he doesn't.
He's got things that can't be hit and killed, or he's got Solemn Simulacrum.
Which is fine. Pumping out 1/1 Death Touch Wolves again doesn't really do much.
Another Rampant Growth from Anthony Vaughan. He also adds a land. He's now at 5 mana. Next turn he'll have access to Titans as long as he has a mana.
Oh, he doesn't. He has 3 Titans and a Slag Storm, but no 6th land.
Here's a Tez.
Wow.
Tez makes, I think, a 5/5?
I would think so. And that Slag Storm will take care of that Tezzeret, but Anthony Vaughan is going to be on a clock now.
Or even an Inferno Titan if he gets a land.
Yeah, if he gets a land.
Here's 5 damage.
Coming at ya. A Ratchet Bomb with 2 different types of counters on it right now, sort of. Oh, and Copperline Gorge, not the land that he wanted to draw, but he'll take it. So if you're Anthony here, do you just Slag Storm and kill that Tezzeret? I think you do.
You don't want Tez to be out.
Right.
Every turn that Tez is out is just such a bad time.
He's thinking about it, though.
Bye-bye, Tez. Get out of here.
And
redirect the damage.
Anthony does take 3, too, though, dropping him to 11, which he'll go to 6 on the next attack, so he's pretty low. So Joseph now has 5 mana available to him.
Attacks for 5. Anthony is now down to 9, I believe. Or no, pardon me, to 6, I believe.
Yeah, 6 life.
And Joseph follows up with another Ratchet Bomb. This one, of course, has not had the benefit of Tezzeret's enhancements.
Not at all. And now Anthony untaps with the 6 mana, draws another Titan.
I think you lay the Primeval here.
Just to get some more land
Get some more lands. Yeah. The Inferno Titan isn't going to be able to...
Oh?
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't think that does anything.
I think I would have played
Lightning
Primeval.
Bolt to the face is not as good as 2 lands.
Yeah, I think saving that Inferno Titan for a Tezzeret or something would have been much better, just some smaller creatures, but ooh, Beast Within.
Beast Within.
Almost surprised that didn't target a land. Though, of course, we have the benefit of knowing Anthony's
and he's got
hands.
a Ratchet Bomb to be able to get rid of that token.
That's true, too.
Will he remember? Does he want to?
Yeah.
Pop.
Boom.
knock you to 1.
One
Do I have a
life.
Tezzeret to kill you?
Is he scooping up his lands? I think Anthony thinks he's at 0 life. We'll see if he... No, and realizes.
Tezzeret to kill you?
Solemn.
Gens is good.
So since he played Inferno and not Primeval, now he will be dead to the counterattack unless he draws something very good here. Beast Within? Don't think that's going to do it.
Yeah, imagine if he had 2 more lands, and then he cast Inferno to kill the gens,
Right.
and then have a blocker.
Yeah, he against an opponent with no cards in hand. Yep, now he's just staring at 3 Titans. Oh, actually, one of those is a Green Sun Zenith, so he might be able to get...
He can get a...
Acidic
never mind.
Slime?
He does not have an Acidic Slime in his deck.
Wow, he has a Thrun.
No slime.
Green Sun Zenith seems pretty weak in this deck, with only Thrun to get. Not even 1 Bird of Paradise. Yeah, and he
And
scoops
Anthony
him up.
scoops it up, rightly so.
Wow. So Joseph Anderson bugged Tezzeret. Takes that one down with maybe a little help from his opponent.
I think a lot of help there, actually. We don't know what was in Joe's hand. He could have had plenty of gas to continue the aggression with, but...
Yeah, I think he might have been empty-handed, actually. So
Okay, well, what do we have for
Yeah.
the sideboard? Sideboard-wise, wow, Joseph Anderson.
some wild
Worm Coil
options.
Engine, maybe.
Yep. I would think that one's going to make an appearance.
And I think that might be it. Maybe Spellskite to protect something, because he can expect that it's possible his opponent might have artifact kill of some kind,
Right.
and so he could use Spellskite as a insurance policy.
He also showed 1 Galvanic Blast in Game 1, the green-red Wolf Run deck. So Spellskite, very effective against Galvanic Blast. That will almost never be metal-crafted. Only 8 artifacts in the deck.
Other side of the table, I think Anthony Vaughan definitely will bring in Naturalize. Probably Acidic Slime, which he could have used in this last game here.
Yep, the 1 Acidic Slime will for sure come in. The 1 Karn Liberated I would have to think would come in. Garruk Primal Hunter. That's an interesting question.
Garruk is a very reasonable card in a matchup like this.
Yeah, I would side it in if I were Anthony. No Combust, of course. No Slag Storm.
I think you might actually consider siding out Beast Within against an opponent deck that looks like they can do some aggressive stuff.
Right.
Like, if you draw the Slag Storm, you're already going to be good. Like, when you see... But then this thing is, the Beast Within still kills Tezzeret.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's hard.
I think Beast Within might just be too versatile to take
Yeah.
out. You can always hit your own card to get another blocker as well.
Does Thrun ×1 is still fine. Like,
Yeah, I would take out some Green Sun Zeniths. I don't think you need the Titan redundancy because it doesn't look like. Well,
I guess I don't like that either, because
No.
you're going to bring in the Acidic
Yeah,
Slime,
that's true,
and
too.
you want to have it happen. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I would probably take out the Slag Storms at the very least. Maybe shave 1 Titan then. I'm not sure.
I could see shaving a Titan.
10 Titans, or 10 effective Titans is a lot. Of course, he has 4 Primeval, 4 Inferno, 2 Green Sun Zenith. But I'm sure Anthony also doesn't exactly know how to sideboard because we have the benefit of knowing Joseph's entire deck.
Yes.
He's only seen about 4 or 5 cards from it. Yeah, and also, of course, a good point, Spellskite shuts down Wolfrun's Pump,
Yeah.
which is really important sometimes. Anyone mind telling me again what the green is in the Tezzeret for? That would be Garruk Relentless.
Glissa the Traitor.
Glissa the Trader. It's really more of a Glissa the Trader deck than a Tezzeret deck, I think.
I think you're correct. Yeah.
It's the only 4 of in his deck besides Doomblade. Glissa, not a card that's been seeing a lot of play. That's for sure.
Glissa's awesome.
She is.
Like, green. That's a huge requirement for Glissa.
It is green, black. It's just you don't see green-black very often, and when you do, usually doesn't feature Glissa.
First Strike and Death Touch actually makes Glissa a very, very powerful creature in combat.
Yeah.
It kills anything that it fights with that doesn't have First Strike.
Right.
And then it trades with all of that as well.
So, Runechanter's Pikes. Glissa takes care of them. And then, of course, Glissa's ability, if you don't know, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. So he can use that to return his Mimic Vat. He can use that to return a Batterskull that might have bit the dust, something like that. Vault Scourge.
I think he's just basically using it for value,
Right.
returning stuff that has been attritioned away.
Yeah, no real combo, just an effective card that is in his colors. So Anthony leads with Mountain, Joseph counters with Forest and passes it back.
I like Mountain in that fight.
Yeah, me too.
Rampant Growth.
I like Rampant Growth in that fight.
Using the original full art Forest, I believe.
Classy.
Spellskite, as predicted.
Okay, also very good against Inferno Titan. Can just absorb that 3. And he can actually pay the blue, too, which not a lot of decks can say.
Do we have a Solemn Simulacrum coming? Nope. There is no turn 3 Solemn Simulacrum in game 2, just as there was none in game 1.
So Anthony doing all the acceleration this game, Joseph only with his 0-4. We'll see if he can get back into this game before Anthony takes over here. With what's presumably a Titan in his hand. Can't quite make it out. And there's the Glissa. We'll see if Anthony has to read that one. I might give it a read over if I was facing off against it.
Looks like land, Galvanic Blast, Primeval Titan.
Yep.
Devil's Play.
So Devil's Play can take care of that Spellskite if he so wishes. But I think he's just going to try and get it.
That might not be a Primeval. It might be a Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, those two pictures look pretty similar from this angle. I think it is.
Oh, it looks like a Green Sun Zenith.
So I think if I'm Anthony, my line is just Devil's Play the Spellskite. Next turn, get a Titan. I think that's pretty reasonable. The only problem with that is when you kill that Spellskite, the Glissa can just get it back.
Yeah, you want to get rid of the Glissa first.
Right, if at all possible.
And you can't exactly.
No, that's pretty tough.
I think you target Glissa. Well, you can't do it for. Yeah, you can target Glissa for 4.
Make him pay 2 life.
Make him pay 2 life and save his Glissa.
Right. Oh,
Green Suns for 4, getting a Thrun.
I'm not sure I like that.
I don't like that at all.
Because Glissa can just block all day. And make you regenerate, or rather make Anthony regenerate.
Uses up a lot of mana to do that.
Yeah, he could also just pay 1 more mana, nuke a land.
Yeah, Acidic Slime on a land I wouldn't mind.
So Joseph gets in there, realizes that Thrun cannot block.
4th mana. Does he have a Solemn Simulacrum? Nope. Mimic Vat.
Ooh. Oh, Metamorph.
Nope. Metamorph.
Wow.
Is he going to kill the Thrun?
I have to imagine so. Yep.
There we are.
Legend ruled. And
it dies.
Oh.
Oh boy. So the dead creature returns the Metamorph to his hand immediately.
How about that? Joseph Anderson, I like this deck. I've come around on this deck. This deck is
Slaughter
amazing.
with buyback.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
He lays a Vault Scourge after the fact.
And Anthony now all of a sudden without a Titan, without a Green Sun Zenith, facing off against a motley but effective crew here.
Motley but effective. I like that.
Igmon Nexus also can't even block that Glissa either, even with the Wolf Run because of that first strike. So Anthony running out of options here fast.
He still has that Devil's Play.
He does.
I think you Devil's Play Glissa for 4.
Make him redirect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him do the work. Devil's play. Glissa for 4. There you go. That's the play I actually liked the most from last turn.
And he's thinking about letting it die. He might just have another Glissa in his hand. A pretty interesting thing to note, too, is if the Spellskite does indeed die, Joseph can play a Metamorph, copying Glissa, returning Spellskite and Metamorph, if he values that Spellskite more than the Glissa. So Joseph has a 5th land and gets in there with the Vault Scourge, lifelinking for 1.
An opponent's creature has to die for the return.
Oh no, did I completely get it wrong?
It's okay. It's okay. A Glissa in hand, though, to repair the damage. Sphere of the Suns. Joseph now has 6 mana. The most he can do with that mana is Wormcoil or Mimic Vat Activate.
Ooh. Both of those would be very good right now.
Those are solid.
So Anthony lays his 8th land, but unfortunately doesn't have a heck of a lot to do with it. He
flash back and
yeah.
kill the Glissa again. New Glissa kill.
Yep.
Devil's play from the yard, perhaps.
That's really his only option. It'll eat the Spellskite, but at least it's something here. All he has is Galvanic Blast, a Devil's Play in the yard, and not sure what that other card is.
Can I read that?
There it is.
Okay.
There's the read.
I know, I would read that card. I've
I
played
would
that
read
card
that
and constructed it several times. Not a lot, but several. And I would still read it because I haven't played it enough to really intimately be like, okay, when does it trigger? How does it trigger?
Exactly.
What abilities does it have?
Never be afraid to read a card. Everyone reads cards. I've seen the best pros in the world read cards.
Poison you.
Yep. And just one. No Wolfrun activation, because of course that would just get redirected to Spellskite.
Says go.
Wow. So
willing to take 4 damage. Could be reasonable. If a Tezzeret hits, that would be frustrating for Anthony.
yes, it would. But nope, just 4. And he thinks for a moment if he can use that Galvanic Blast, but nope, nothing has changed. Still can't use that. This looks like a Solemn Simulacrum. Slowly increasing his army here. He's up to 6 power on the board. Anthony's down to 12 life.
Anthony would love a Slag Storm now.
Yes.
Let's just check to make sure if I Slag Storm that you don't get anything back. Okay, you don't? That's good.
Do you think that's what he was thinking about on his turn? Yeah.
One thing to consider doing at different points is thinking about your next turn on your opponent's turn. Oh, boy. Double Galvanic Blast.
Wow.
Kills the Spellskite.
So now he finally has a window to kill this second Glissa here.
2 cards for Joseph Anderson.
Yep. Anthony will be down to 0 cards.
Ooh, I think he just drew a Primeval Titan.
Wow.
I think you want to actually flash back the Devil's Play, though.
Huh. Is he going poison right now?
He might be going for the poison race. He can poison his opponent for 4.
And then if he draws an untapped land, wow, he is going for the poison. I don't think he's going to win that race unless he draws an untapped land.
He needs to draw an untapped land next turn. And wait, there's a Vault Scourge in play. That won't do it.
Yeah, that won't. You can just leave that back. I don't like that line at all.
And Joseph actually doesn't even seem concerned.
No.
Comes in for 6, knocking Anthony to 6. Plays a land, says go.
Wow.
He could have Doom Blades, he could have anything. Yeah, Anthony put himself into a corner here.
Yeah, now he realizes if he doesn't draw an untapped land that he can't kill him and needs to flash back that Devil's Play.
Inferno Titan, that's a good man.
I think that green card was Beast Within.
I really wish Anthony had flashed back Devil's Play last turn.
Yeah, that would have been a lot better.
Now go ahead.
I was going to say this way, he's always threatening lethal But yeah, again, Joseph doesn't seem concerned. I have to imagine he has a Doomblade in hand if he would just attack with that Vault Scourge right now.
Wow. This is going to be a... Here it comes. And he's going to Doomblade it, I bet.
Isn't this not enough poison? Do we have the poison count wrong? Oh, just one. Just one. Because he's playing Inferno Titan this turn.
Yep. Cast the Inferno Titan. Maybe there's a Doomblade there.
Boom.
3 damage to something. What are they going to be?
Well, he's
Glissa.
Yeah. He still has that Metamorph in hand, right?
Kill the Glissa? I like killing Glissa here.
I think you have to.
Target Glissa. Any responses? I respond by Doomblading your Inferno
boy.
Titan. Get back my Spellskite. Get back my other Glissa, I should say. Maybe. Oh, he Beast Withins his own Glissa.
It has to get back an artifact card.
Okay, so it has to be bring back the Spellskite then. If he were to do something like that.
Right. Beast Within his own Glissa. Interesting.
Attack with everybody.
Not sure.
Take 3,
right.
Metamorph, take 3.
That's the game, yeah. So Joseph Anderson, clearly experienced with his deck, making all the plays fast, just takes it down 2-0. So, the deck you wanted to win, won pretty easily, as it turned out.
I do think that he should not have won easily.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that there were a number of different lines of play that Anthony took that didn't respect the amount of